I've got a redbud tree. Well, let me just flip the camera around and I'll explain that. I thought I would just spend the day and set the camera up and show you what I'm doing. Hey everybody, welcome back to 2 Acres Evolving. Today's video is basically going to be a maintenance video. Some of the things that I'm going to be filming today I haven't shown very much of or have never shown at all, like mowing, weed eating, going around and pruning things. I know I've done some pruning videos in the past, but today's video was going to be part 2 of the brick border flower bed. Actually, it's right behind me here. I have all the bricks ready. I'm wanting to do a little bit more thinking on that, so I thought I would just come out here and get some things done that need to be done, like mowing, weed eating. But I thought I would just spend the day and set the camera up and show you what I'm doing. I've already mowed the backyard. This is the biggest part of the yard, so I got on the riding mower and got this mowed. I still need to go around and weed eat. I pulled all those out. The planters that I planted up a few weeks ago, I moved those all out and so I can mow underneath them. The trampoline is kind of a pain. Obviously it's staying because the kids absolutely love jumping on it, but we need a spot to have it permanently so we don't have to keep moving it. It goes from here to here, back to here, over to here every week when we mow. So I may talk to my parents and see if they want to do something permanent, like dig out underneath it, put bricks around it, and put sand or something in there. I don't know. Obviously, when the kids get older, the trampoline may go, so we have to think about that as well. So this area is the area that I'm going to be working on the bricks eventually. It's probably not going to be in this video, but I should be able to work on it this next week into next weekend and get it done. This area over here, it's mainly just grass. I have these plants that I brought from my old house. You can't really see them because they're in the shade, but they were on this makeshift table over here. And I put this up, me and my dad put this up so that I could put all my plants on it because I had quite a bit, but I'm down to just these now. So I'm going to take this down and put all this up, and then get this area weeded and mowed. This area, the zero-turn lawnmower won't fit through here, and it's just a pain to get it in here, so I'm gonna push mow this area. And my parents have this pond water feature. I think me and my dad and my brother put this in when I was like 16 years old. So it's been here for 17 years, 18 years. We do plan on redoing it because it needs some work. That's going to take a little longer than a day, so it's not going to be in today's video, but I thought I would show it. Even though it needs work, I still love the look of it. Any water feature to me is awesome. Ever since we put this water feature in, this is the first water feature I ever put in, and I've been hooked ever since. I've loved water features. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the push mower out and get that done, and then weed eat all the backyard, and then I'll move to the front yard and get that mowed. Where'd you go?
Walmart.
Mm-hmm. That just screams comfortable. All right, so I've got everything mowed, weed eated, and I've got the sprinkler out. A few weeks ago, we got quite a bit of rain and the yard really greened up nicely. And ever since then, I've kind of neglected on the watering. So you probably noticed that the grass was starting to go from green to brown a little bit. So I set the sprinkler out, and luckily the grass that my parents have is Bermuda grass, and if it doesn't get enough water, it'll turn brown, but it's not dead. If you water it, it'll green right back up. I have a couple of things that I need to cut back. I've got a rose bush that I need to prune up, and then I've got a redbud tree. Well, let me just flip the camera around and I'll explain that. So this is the redbud tree. It's on its last leg. Probably next year or maybe the year after we may have to cut it down. But we've got these growing off the side of it. And I guess there was a little bit of a miscommunication. I thought my dad was letting these grow so that we could cut this old tree down and then we could have one regrow from it. But I talked to my dad today and that's not his plan. So if I'd have known that before, I would have cut this regrowth down a long time ago. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it cut down now and get this area looking a little bit better. We can't have anybody park under this tree because it's starting to, I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting, but it's not in the best shape and it's probably gonna fall before long. Luckily, redbuds don't get too big, so it won't be that big of a deal. All right, this is the rose bush that I'm gonna be pruning today. I'm gonna get you a little bit closer so I can show you exactly what I'm doing. Basically, when you prune a rose bush, there will be sets of 3 leaves and sets of 5 leaves. If you cut above a set of 3 leaves, then more than likely you're not gonna get a bloom on that new growth. But if you cut back on a set of 5 leaves, then you will get a bloom on the new growth that comes up. So let me get you a little closer and I will show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I hope you can see this. The light's a little dark over here in the shade, but you can see, like right here, this one has 5 leaves. This one has 5 leaves. It looks like quite a few on down here have 5 leaves. So you could prune back as far as you want, as long as it's right above a set of 5 leaves. For example, this one right here has 3 leaves, so you wouldn't want to cut above that. There's a set of 3 leaves right here. So you can go through and prune a rose bush pretty quickly. Just keep an eye on how many leaves you're pruning above. I'm starting to lose light, so I guess that's my cue to end this video. I plan on working on more of that brick border for the new flower bed and finishing that up throughout this week into the weekend so that I'll have that ready for next week. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.